Welcome to this explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're diving into Mumbai as the ultimate high-stakes proving ground for smart city technology. I mean, think about Mumbai for a second. We're talking about the financial capital of India, a massive national economic powerhouse, and literally one of the most densely populated urban centers on the face of the planet. So what happens here doesn't just affect India, it actually serves as this fascinating, high-pressure stress test for the future of urban living globally.
To really wrap your head around this, just imagine the sheer physical scale of a megacity like this. Thousands. That's the number of tons of waste the city is generating every single day. Add to that the immense, unrelenting pressure of population density just crushing down on its infrastructure. What we're looking at is a completely analog foundation that is absolutely groaning under the weight of modern, rapid urbanization.
Which brings us to the core premise of our explainer today. We really have to ask ourselves, can technology actually fix a megacity? Can flipping a switch and applying a digital blueprint solve these monumental, physical urban challenges? India launched its Smart Cities mission back in 2015 to push for sustainable development. And while Mumbai actually wasn't in the official first 100 cities, its metropolitan region is forcefully adopting these principles right now out of sheer necessity.
Just look at the staggering scale of the challenges here. We're talking about crippling traffic congestion causing massive time loss and pollution, all the way to devastating monsoons that severely damage infrastructure. It's incredibly clear how population density pressures housing, how informal settlements create unequal access to basic services, and how air pollution presents extreme health risks. Because Mumbai contributes so heavily to India's GDP, upgrading this city isn't just some local wish list item. It is an absolutely urgent national necessity.
Section 1. Defining a smart city, the blueprint for the future. So what does this actually mean when we strip away the buzzwords? Well, a smart city uses a very specific toolkit: digital technology, data analytics, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, sustainable infrastructure, and e-governance. The ultimate goal: improving public services and overall quality of life. It isn't just about flashy gadgets or tech for the sake of tech. It's a highly tangible set of tools meant to radically upgrade everything from the water supply to public safety.
The endgame here is transitioning out of urban chaos and into an environment that is efficient, sustainable, inclusive, and genuinely livable for all of its residents. Those are the four core pillars of success. Essentially, if the technology doesn't serve those four ultimate goals, it just isn't truly smart.
Section 2. Upgrading Mumbai's core. The blueprint in action.
Let's kick things off with transport, which, if you know Mumbai, is arguably its most infamous hurdle. To tackle this legendary congestion, the city is leaning hard into a digitally optimized metro expansion, complete with automated ticketing and real-time tracking. Out on the roads, they've implemented AI-powered traffic signals, extensive CCTV monitoring, and GPS-enabled buses. All of this works together in real time to optimize traffic flow, save commuters massive amounts of time, and significantly drive down air pollution.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the BMC, has literally put governance right at citizens' fingertips. They've completely digitized major civic services, so residents can now pay property taxes online, apply for licenses digitally, and even track their complaints right through mobile apps. By cutting out the physical middleman, this huge e-governance push is leading to faster service delivery, way more transparency, and a solid reduction in corruption.
Remember those thousands of tons of daily garbage we mentioned a minute ago? Well, that monumental task is now being tackled by smart waste initiatives. They're utilizing GPS-enabled garbage trucks and sensor-based waste bins in select areas. And these tools feed directly into route optimization systems in real time. It massively improves efficiency and helps reduce the terrible burden on the city's landfills, especially when combined with their public waste segregation campaigns.
And because Mumbai deals with severe, sometimes entirely catastrophic monsoon flooding, disaster management is quite literally a matter of life and death. To handle this, the city has deployed rainfall monitoring sensors, GIS-based flood prediction systems, and pumping stations with direct digital monitoring. When you couple that with automated weather alerts, these technologies are helping authorities predict infrastructure threats and respond so much faster to life-threatening emergencies.
Let's look at how this all ties in to keeping the city safe and sustainable. Over on the energy front, we're seeing the rollout of LED street lighting, solar rooftop projects, and smart electricity meters, all aimed at cutting down energy waste, mitigating the urban heat impact, and lowering carbon emissions. Alongside that, public safety is getting a major upgrade too, with expanded CCTV networks, highly responsive emergency systems, and even facial recognition pilots meant to improve crime detection and crowd management.
Section 3. The tech powering change. The engine under the hood.
Let's break down Mumbai's digital arsenal. It shows exactly how the Internet of Things translates into smart sensors and monitoring all across the city. Notice how artificial intelligence is specifically driving traffic and surveillance analysis, while big data acts as the workhorse for long-term urban planning. Cloud computing is what's actually powering the digital governance in those BMC apps we just talked about. Meanwhile, GIS mapping handles all the infrastructure and disaster planning, and mobile apps provide that direct, immediate line to citizen engagement. This is basically the digital nervous system of the modern smart city.
Section 4. Roadblocks to the vision. The reality check.
Okay, let's pause the utopian vision for a second, because technology isn't just a magic wand, and Mumbai is facing some cascading challenges here. First, you have immense population pressure that constantly strains infrastructure way faster than it can even be built. Second, managing that strain demands enormous funding for smart infrastructure projects, and those investments are incredibly difficult to secure. And third, all of this is happening under the looming, constant shadow of climate vulnerability, where rising sea levels and extreme rainfall threaten the city's very survival in the long term.
Furthermore, we absolutely have to talk about the social realities on the ground. A huge percentage of Mumbai's residents live in informal settlements or slums. Ensuring that this expensive, cutting-edge smart technology benefits everyone equitably and not just the wealthy neighborhoods is a staggering logistical and social challenge. I mean, how do you implement sensor-based waste bins and smart electricity meters in areas that are still lacking basic foundational infrastructure?
And of course, as the city rapidly expands its CCTV networks and pilots things like facial recognition for safety, we have to impartially note the very real, rising concerns surrounding this kind of tech. A massive increase in surveillance naturally elevates risks when it comes to citizen privacy, cybersecurity, and the very real potential for data misuse. It is a constant tightrope walk between ensuring public safety and protecting the fundamental right to privacy.
Section 5. The future of megacities. Looking ahead.
Stepping back for a moment, experts pretty much all agree that if a smart city is going to truly succeed, it can't just rely on servers and sensors. A successful future requires balancing advanced technology with 4 other critical elements: inclusive development, affordable housing, active citizen participation, and strict environmental sustainability. If any one of these pieces is missing, the whole smart city model kind of falls apart.
The roadmap forward for the broader Mumbai metropolitan region relies heavily on hitting those exact targets. Upcoming future developments are really focusing in on fully integrated mobility systems and green infrastructure. They are actively pushing for deep climate resilience, digital inclusion so literally no resident is left behind, AI-driven governance, and massive renewable energy adoption to create an ecosystem that is truly connected and resilient.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, Mumbai's journey perfectly reflects the broader challenge facing rapidly growing global cities everywhere, balancing economic growth with quality of life and sustainability. If a city as wonderfully dense, complex, and fast-paced as Mumbai can successfully balance massive economic growth with a livable environment through technology, it serves as a powerful, replicable lesson for the entire world.
So, I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought to ponder today. As our own cities rapidly become smarter and increasingly interconnected, are we building a more efficient, livable utopia that serves everyone equitably, or are we simply sacrificing our privacy in the name of order? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.